Chris, make sure you announce it on the thing, the Facebook.
Yes, correct. Let me hop into your Twitch stream so that I can get the link.
It's twitch.tv/PMALCS.
Oh, it is?
Ah, yeah. Pamalks, as they say.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. I'm getting there in just a second.
I should probably put some music on, but I don't have a music list, so... Here we are. Let's see here. PMA, LCS. Are we live? We are live.
We are, in fact, live.
Yes, we are. Very live indeed. And hopefully, I'll do the thing. Do the thing. That thing. Yes, please, thank you. Yes, I'm not only the one play-by-play, I'm also the one streaming, so...
Yes, sir. All right, let's get into
it. The jankiness. So, we have 2 captains, 2 coaches, 1 team, or whatever it is called.
2 coaches, 1 cup versus 4 tops and a bottom.
Yeah, so pretty good teams we have showing here. We have for, looks like the Viego band coming in for Adam Hall.
Yep, Viego I'm not actually allowed.
Yeah, I'm not, I feel like they could let it through. There are a few things you could do to counter the Viego pick. Obviously, I'm not going to say those because I like playing him.
Mm-hmm. So, already coming out from the blue side, we do have quite a few top lane bands coming out towards. I'm assuming that's going to be Garfield Juice?
No, a Necro guy.
Oh, right.
Necro guy is the top laner for 4 tops and a bottom.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So
I'm
looking
at
the 3 bands for 1 Theatrics, or Kybaldal as he goes by now. And then a variety of bands of the other team. The Malzahar, of course, coming out for the Fleeing Panda. As well as Mordekaiser and Malphite getting taken out of the way. Renekton left up. They might be thinking he's a bit washed or not quite the pick anymore that it once was. Olaf immediately picked up. Now, Olaf, I personally don't think Olaf's looking too good these days.
Yeah,
he's not the highest winner, but obviously that's different than organized 5s. I like the idea though. Get Adam Hall, let him jungle diff, out farm, out clear, but like there are plenty of options available right now they could go for on this side of Team Eric. I mean, Morgana jungle is up right now, who actually clears faster than Olaf.
Yeah, a lot of the junglers that you see nowadays do just sort of clear a lot faster than Olaf, which is weird to say given that, the beginning of the season he was the crazy clear speed, high high CS per minute jungler, but
I did hit F11 on the browser. This is what it's like without it. This is what it's like with it. Without. GG. So I'm probably going to have to get rid of the overlay. Goodbye, overlay.
And so now we see the new Leona picked up on the other side. So already we're looking at some pretty good, decently long-range engage coming out of the Leona and some good follow-up CC coming from the Nunu. On the other side for Team Ryan, it is a Jhin pickup.
Okay, so I like this Nunu pickup. The challenge here is that you're going to be the Nunu is going to be a heavy early ganky champion. So try to match the early pressure of Olaf, where while Olaf is farming to get the lead, the Nunu can just go in and make the ganks happen, essentially. And you're now not with the Leona. You're not relying on Nunu to be your primary engage tool when you hit the mid and the late game, where Nunu's primary engage thing, it gets a little bit trickier, a little bit more setup for him to be a primary engage, get a good snowball. But with the Leona being able to press R, you don't need that. Now, the Anivia being picked up for Fleeing Panda, I do like the Anivia into Olaf. When you have a champion like Olaf with that ultimate, you just put a wall in his way. You got to move around it.
The only thing you have, in my opinion, there's a little bit of disengage coming out from the Alistar. makes it a little bit harder for the Nunu and the Leona to really get any kind of engages on. So it'll be. I'd like to see how well they can work around that Alistar. But if they were able to get onto this Jin's gonna absolutely explode. But coming out from the bans, we have the Kiana ban coming out on
That
the red
is
team,
going to be
targeting out from Embers. Yep. And then the Volleybear top lane from Zanzan. Absolute menace on the champion.
Yep, that means
Hashtag.
We'll see. My money is we're gonna see Nasus, Garen, or Warwick. But right now, the Anivia from Embers also. That's a new champion. I haven't seen him on that one actually. I forgot from Embers is their mid laner.
From Embers is not playing Anivia.
Wait, who's the mid laner for? Oh, wait. So they're forcing.
You're wrong team.
Oh yeah. So they're forcing from Embers onto the Ahri then. Unless there's something more. We got the Freljord combo, 3 Freljordian champions, the Ashe. Now you have 2 primary engagement tools on the side of 4 tops and 1 bottom, and they're leading counterpick for their top laner. But that's good. You have 3 primary engaged tools, and one of them is gonna look to follow up. Honestly, Nunu becomes follow up later on. However, just to make sure the coordination with that wall is there. A lot of disengage, but also a lot of engage. Olaf's just gonna go.
Yeah.
Make sure he doesn't outrun the Jhin is going to be important, though.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. Olaf looking like he's going to... Oh, that's spicy. That's spicy.
Yeah. Then again, Olaf into Ashe feels bad for Ashe. Like, Ashe's entire peel, all of Ashe's hopes are on Anivia while keeping the backline alive. Like, Ashe needs to stay with the Anivia, and Anivia needs to put a pristine wall in place to keep the Olaf off of them. Because if not,
it's actually going to be
Wukong. Yep, so
Wukong for Zanzan 42.
What is the answer? Wukong. That's crazy.
We need.
That's actually crazy.
It's insane, and I love every minute of it. And it's going to be the Kled, maybe.
Oh, everyone always forgets the Necro guy, Kled. He's looking to top dip this man, but be careful. He's already slain a Grandmaster player.
I didn't know the Kled existed. I am but a child in the champion pools of these people.
Oh baby, did you put that post on Facebook?
Yes, I did, and immediately Sean responded with, "How do we approve these team names?"
Well, I don't know. Maybe the admin should be a little bit more aware of what's going on in this league. You know.
That's a yikes from me. Anyway, back to the game. So, okay, looking at the
first pick,
who do you think?
Well, wait, I'm the play-by-play monkey here. Come on, you. Who do you think draft diffed the other?
Okay, so I'm going to give the edge to Team Eric, which is, if I'm not mistaken, 4 tops and a bottom. Actually, thinking about who's on the team, it's definitely 4 tops and a bottom. But as far as, execution goes, as far as team fighting and death ball comp, it's hard. It's hard to say anything in favor of Team Ryan.
And I mean,
they have to snowball really hard for them to really.
Yeah, and commenting with along with Bisker in the chat, I do very much agree that on team comp alone, the ease of execution is there. However, if Olaf gets ahead, if LeBlanc gets ahead, if Wukong gets a lead, that is a very difficult team to play into when you have 2 immobile backline carries and a Kled and a Nunu and even a Leona to a degree that want to go in. They do have 4 good, 2 excellent primary engaged tools in Leona and the Ashe ult, a great primary engaged tool in the Kled ult, and a good primary engaged tool, but a great follow-up tool from the Nunu. So they have a lot of options that together could do a great piece of work. It's just going to come down to how well they mitigate the Olaf getting an early lead and mitigate the Olaf and mitigate the Olaf running over them in these team fights, which with an Anivia wall and then a Nunu ultimate trying to pop them could be pretty tricky.
They have lots and lots of peel for the Ashe, lots of peel for the Anivia.
Now,
and they also have a lot of backline access with, the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, the Cellular Flare, and the Kled Ultimate, which I can't remember the name of off the top of my head.
On the other side, LeBlanc is an obnoxious champion if you're not used to playing against it.
Correct.
And LeBlanc could get a few early kills from the help of Olaf. Like she's definitely going to get Olaf what he wants, which is I'm going to clear this way. I'm going to get priority for this first scuttle. I'm going to get the scuttle and get that second scuttle, and now I have a lead. I think if the Olaf gets that double scuttle without Garfield Juice pulling off a successful gank in one, maybe two times, they're going to be a problem. But if the Nunu starts getting literally snowballing around the map, just getting ganks off left and right, the Olaf won't necessarily be able to keep up.
Yeah.
But it comes down to, this early game comes down to Kaiba Wall on this Olaf and playing around that.
Plus, I have to throw in the hawk shot from Ash, and just the overall vision control from the red side is going to be absolutely massive. Because if there's two champions in this game that you do not want to be face checking against, especially before like a dragon or something of that sort, it's definitely a LeBlanc and it's definitely a Wukong. Because they will eat an entire, squishy mage or a squishy AD carry for breakfast. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting. I haven't seen quite a few of these players play. I've seen...
I'm going to get some water. We'll reconvene in a little bit here. I would play music. Except, you know what? I'm just going to play one of my favorite League of Legends tunes, and you can't stop me.
Fair enough.
And
my DoorDash just got here, so I will grab that. We will see you guys soon.
Right back. And we'll be back in maybe like a couple of minutes, and then we're going to talk a bit more about these comps and get into the action. Get some water, get some beverages for me here. Just a second. All right, we have returned. Hello, 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 hello.
Welcome back to PMA.
Welcome back. Welcome back. ESPN.
Or Pamalcus.
Sure.
We are just a few seconds away from getting into game. Game 1. Week 1. Day 3.
Here we go. All right. Hit the button. Switch over. Boom.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
Should work. Please, OBS, not today.
Don't hit me with the wrong lever.
OBS, how could you do this to me? Why? Why? Please. OBS. I'm begging you.
Please, I beg. So, things of note. While I'm sitting here looking at the load-in screen, we do have a interesting group of choices here that I see. Nothing particularly bad, just interesting.
There we go.
We have the Ignite TP Kled top lane with the Grasp of the Undying. We have the Ghost coming up from Olaf.
Yes.
Cleanse on Jhin, or actually, yeah, Cleanse on Jhin with the heal and actually Fleet Footwork on Ashe.
All right.
Rather than a
also
lethal
pause
tempo.
at 10 seconds, you color casting peasant. But, all right.
Paused at 10.
On 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. Alrighty, here we go. We do see pings going out for the invades. Who do we think wins this level 1 right now?
Oh,
we're getting 5 point coming out. Okay.
Yeah.
I would think the Olaf, but Leona Ashe have the Anivia. There's a lot of good level 1, but we're not going to see any of it. Oh, we do see it from the blue side.
I don't know about this one, to be completely honest. They do have the Undertow. They do have something like the Flash Pulverize.
Yep. I mean, Olaf Undertow is really strong. But, I mean, Ashe should just be able to, when they spot the late invade.
They just kite it out.
Yeah, let's see what happens. They spot it. Walk away. Undertow does not connect. W. Nope. But they do earn 15 gold. We should see a ward. No ward to track where the Nunu starts. Super good for red side here. Though it's safe to assume the Nunu's going to start bot.
And something of note. So we do see, by looking at the CS counters, that LeBlanc actually was someone who got the kill on that ward.
Ooh.
So,
let's
what that means is...
Talk about laning phase. How does Anivia LeBlanc feel, man?
Feels bad for Anivia up until level 6. Then at level 6, Anivia just AFK pushes the wave and never has to interact with LeBlanc, pretty much.
So, sounds like an Anivia lane. Got it.
Pretty much. So, something of note, as I was saying, from Embers got the ward, which is actually in the solo lane huge, because that means that instead of having to wait for the second wave and killing the first minion on the second wave to hit level 2, it means they will hit level 2 off of the first wave. And for someone like LeBlanc against Anivia, that is an insane amount of tempo, because
she is level 2 right now.
Yeah,
watching this right now, but no buttons were pressed. No lead was pushed. Instead, we do see top lane. Necro guy, Zanzan, ease in. Necro guy mustn't have expected that. Hodor Nation got to capitalize on this level 2. Good quick cleanse, good headbutt. Ignite has gone down into the Alistar, who pulverizes. Hodor Nation's going to get chunked, but not as much as Diamondback did. Cleanse is down. Super huge. Good level 2. Zanzan is chunked very low. Won't be gankable too much. Something to keep track here. Pathing. Olaf is still working on his full clear. I don't think he should be able to maybe get there at 315, but it's going to be pretty hard. We do see Nunu taking a very odd path. If you're going to go buff, Gromp buff, don't try to clear something along the way. You just want to go straight to a gank. That's the power of the buff, Gromp buff.
Mm-hmm.
But wisely assessing, not really a lane to gank in his top side of the map, so just get some more points. And you love to see this. We see Kled using that priority in the top lane, or like get himself this lead. You see the Olaf, not that 315 clear speed we're so used to seeing from a full clear out of him, and that's just an immediate scuttle for the Nunu, using that prio, abusing the slower clear times of the Olaf. And I mean, Olaf could easily be double scuttled by the Nunu if Garfield Juice just goes straight to this bottom scuttle, which is huge for tempo. And for those of you who don't know, if Smite is up, it's not. You just go in, you root the thing, you hit it with CC, you hit Q, Smite, the crab's just dead. Yeah. But, going for this...
Looks like he's going for Wolves instead.
Yep. Looking at some of these other lanes, we see the Kled and the Wukong. That Kled definitely a little bit favored early. A lot of percent health, very aggressive champion. Olaf is down here bot side. I'm
Plus,
first.
we're running the Ignite, which is also a
Huge.
big thing of note.
Yeah. Now, I personally don't like to see the Nunu not making the first approaches of a gank here. I see Nunu as a high ganking fast. He clears decently fast enough. You just kind of leave Krugs alone. Take Raptor, but you want to get those early ganks. Oh, we see a bit of that damage you were talking about. Just a full combo, half healthing, fleeing Panda. Just like you were saying, Chris.
Yep, and you actually see the electrocute coming out from Fleeing Panda. So it means that usually when you take it, you take electrocute. It means that usually enemy is going to be looking to try and trade a little bit. In this matchup, I personally would not prefer it. I'd prefer something more along the lines of like a phase rush, just for the added, you get the autos, you auto auto if somebody tries to go in on you like the LeBlanc, and you just sort of walk it out because you know you're not going to really be able to. Attempting to land a Q on such a mobile target is going to make your life a lot harder.
Oh, Zanzan. He's going to be suffering from this freeze for a long time. That's going to be a free Nunu gank up there.
Yeah, really good wave management coming out from Necro Guy. And, he can keep this wave frozen for just about ever. And because he has the Dorn Shield, he has the Ignite still up. He has the ability to out-trade and out-all-in this Flash teleport Wukong.
Now we do see bot lane use that prio, use the Olaf, take this early Drake, and as a jungler myself, I don't. You as Nunu, your strongest point of the game is kind of this moment here. You're level 3. You're that level 3 to 9 area. You're just gonna keep ganking, and you're hard to kill because you just heal. You're so tanky, and you're slippery with the phase rush. You want to just be ganking right now. Trying to go into a farming matchup against Olaf with Olaf's current state, and if Olaf's not ganking, it's okay. You're both getting equally farmed up and itemized. Olaf will clear faster than you. But if you're going to do that as a tank, there are tanks that'll do things in the mid and late game far better than Nunu, where right now Nunu is one of the best tanks in the game in this stage of the game. So I really wish we would see some more proactivity from Garfield Juice here. Maybe we'll see it when he hits level 6. But, even lane states across the board. You mentioned in Champ Select that this is a composition from the blue side that wants to get ahead early. And right now, they're down 500 gold.
Yeah.
Most of that in the top lane.
Yeah, looking at the top lane, 25 CS. That's about 4 waves of CS. Just,
oh, no.
After that freeze was just so... It was just so sad to watch.
Oh no, there's something floating in my moonshine.
Oh no, you're drinking moonshine.
I can't drink it now. I'm gonna have to get rid of that moonshine I poured into there. That's so sad. There's like a fuzzy moonshine floating in there.
If there's anything on it, it's dead. Trust me, it's moonshine. That's what it does. It's fine.
I'm just gonna finish this glass of water and pour some shine in there. Oh, it's so tragic. Either way, we do see Necro Guy going aggressive on Zanzan, who is level 7. Does have the items going very low. Necro Guy could be taken out. He's trying to go for get his Scarl back. Scarl, come back! It's almost there! One more auto! He misses the auto! And the first one goes to Zanzan! Necro Guy!
Mark Zanzan in the chat.
Oh no!
Little bit of mechanical misplays, but still gets the solo kill.
Oh man.
Absolutely insane.
Zanzan, crazy player. Insane. Said,
I'm
level 7. He recognized the Wukong level 7 power spike. He said, Cutie Pie level 2 power spike is nothing in top lane. We're going for level 7. I hit level 7, you're level 6. Freest first blood in my life. Solo killing Necro Guy.
Yeah, he said, I don't care how much CS you have on me. I'm going in. And just like that, the CS...
Zanzan, the admin slayer.
Not entirely made up in the top lane yet. Each kill goes out to be about, I want to say, about 15 CS, 15 to 20.
Yeah. Yep. He just recouped the freeze. Now, I really, really, really wish that Garfield Juice had, when that was frozen, he was up there top, just run it at the monkey. running at the Wukong. Clearly, I'm not talking about Zanzan. Zanzan is not a monkey. He just solo killed Necro guy in cold blood for all to see, and there ain't nothing we can do about it. But, I mean, that's the real mod abuse, when you abuse the mod on stream.
And looking at the build path, it looks like we are going to see the Divine Sunderer coming out, rather than something along the lines of a
like a Gore Drinker or a
Trinity Force.
Breaker. Yeah, I like it.
Trinity
I
Force
like it. Nunu is on this top side of the map. I mean, the jungle CS. To be fair, Olaf and Nunu very even right now. Olaf finally getting some counter jungling in, but Nunu pretty invisible on the map. Outside, he did grab a rift. I missed that. Sorry, he grabbed a rift. So with that top lane lead, I mean, this is an even game. Dead even as we see Alistar going in under that immobile Ashe who has to flash away. Hodor Nation going to Q onto the Jhin. Undertow coming through. That Olaf is level 6. Diamondback popping the ultimate. He's getting taken very low. Olaf, 1, 2, 3 tower shots. Gonna get taken down. 1-for-1 in the bot lane. Hodor Nation and Guy Fieric holding on strong. We may see a great snowball coming in here on the Diamondback from the Nunu. It'd be pretty hype. He has ult. You hit him, you root him, you just start charging your ult as soon as you know you're going to get that root. You do a lot of damage at this stage of the game on the Nunu. They're probably scared of the Alistar headbutt. We see him charging up that snowball. He's going in. Direct to Cam said no, but probably got headbutted away.
Another all-in top lane, it looks like.
Yep, here we go. But this time, he has a lot of Scarl. The ult coming out. He's going to get the return kill. Necro guy. That's not fun. That's not memeable.
He said no one solo kills me in lane and gets away with it. So, he comes back to lane with the exact same items he had when he got solo killed. Flexes a little bit on Zanzan.
They should take this drag right now. Yeah.
They should. They do have...
Yeah, awesome. So, to be fair, Garfield Juice has been farming relatively well. We haven't seen too much counter jungling in. Did get a good Rift Herald. Going for this dragon, knowing he's going to have that Q smite here. He did Q a bit early. That Q's probably on cooldown. However, I mean, this is just give over. Generally just don't try to contest a Nunu. That's good. That's good.
No sneaky W coming out this time.
Yep, good dragon take. 500 gold in the lead for red side. So let's look at this mid lane. We knew LeBlanc was going to have that advantage early until Anivia got 6. From Embers, you got that level 2, like you said. And we have seen him. Every time we look here, he gets this kind of half-health trade. Oh, might be more than half-health this time. Fleeing Panda going to sit him in that ultimate. Oh my gosh! Barely alive. And it's like you were saying, once he hits level 6, it gets really hard for LeBlanc to engage safely into the Anivia. And From Embers didn't utilize that level advantage he got. Oh, no. Andrew, you're just jealous he first blooded you. That's why you're doing this.
Does force out the ultimate from Zanzan, though. Thankfully, there's nothing really on the map that they would need Wukong ult for, except for maybe the lane phase, but that's
here comes the Nunu! The first Nunu gank! Hits the snowball! That's the oh, yeah! Get the chomp! Yeah! Nunu ganks are so good. Like, you could come from so many different angles. You can come through lane. You can come from behind, like the bot lane, from your own tri-brush. That being said, we do see Olaf and LeBlanc coming in here. Olaf has ultimate. He has the Ragnarok. We see Teleport coming in from the Anivia. They're looking to stall. Necro guy almost has Scarl back. Snowball goes in. Ragnarok has been procced. So that ultimate, it does not matter. He is just destroyed. Ash Arrow coming in, but it's not going to quite connect. The damage, and there's the power of the wall and the Olaf. Meanwhile, we go bot lane. Hodor Nation going into the Jhin. Jhin going to get the auto, but he's going to get taken out very soon by Guy Fieric. Right now, it is a cow versus an archer. Headbutts him away into the wall. Trying to get the stun out. He's getting slowed down by Guy Fieric. Guy Fieric cancels an auto, but he's going to get that one. W comes through, hits him. It should be a dead cow, but the minions are taking him down and going to block him away. Look at that. We stand those minions here. But Olaf trading himself 1-for-1 in the top lane, but they already lost the Wukong. And we see red side here up. Math, 2,000 gold.
Yeah, that was insane for red team. It started off looking really good for red team, then it sort of swung back a little bit in favor of the blue side. But after that, all into the bot lane. Just kind of unfortunate that the Jhin having to reload during that all-in. But really good kiting from Guy Fieric and Hodor Nation. I'm curious to see what kind of secondary runes Guy Fieric took, because looking at him trying to chase down that the Alistar, I wonder if he actually ended up taking the if he took approach velocity in his secondary runes, because approach velocity on Ashe makes your chasing potential absolutely insane.
Yep, we do see Necro Guy's bot. There is a ward. They should spot this. Doesn't matter. We're going in. Oh my gosh, the chain of CC. When you have that many engage options, and Guy Fieric just swooping around, when you have that many engage options that synergize so well together, this is the wrong house from Embers. That being said, he does get a kill. Do they guess correctly? No, they do not. From Embers gets out. Well played by From Embers. That, you know what? Strong LeBlanc play there. But they are going to lose this bot tower. That is the power of this composition from 4 tops and 1 bottom.
Yeah, really good exchange. They From Embers using both of his summoners for that exchange bot lane to trade 1 for 1. But I guess it's better than not, just taking it as a 2 for nothing. Such a really good dive from Red.
Yeah, well executed. Started off. I mean, Nunu at this stage of the game, he's gonna be your primary engage early, of course, but at this stage of the game, he is now follow-up engage, and he has so much he can follow up on. Like, you saw the power of it. You just chain those ultimates, Leona into Arrow. Oh, we see the damage going down to Kaiba. Hit that wall. Use that wall. Use that wall. You can block him in there. Just use the wall. Block him in there with you. Use your ultimate. Use the wall. Yeah! Close enough. But excellent job from Panda. Recognizing, hey, there's an Olaf here. Knowing my damage. We see one ultimate go in. It's going to hit. But good job from Panda. Earning that solo kill. The awareness to suspect someone was on that Krugs. Maybe he was just checking it. Oh, the arrow hits the LeBlanc. Oh, just out of range. You like it. You love to see Ashes and Leona's not afraid to press the button when they see someone alone like that.
But you got to keep in mind the Ashe arrow is down. The solar flare is down. And we got...
yeah, I mean, Olaf is dead. Olaf is having to run back. They should be looking to start this right now. With the Nunu attack speed onto the Ashe, this thing should melt, especially with an Anivia coming in with Leandries.
If they're...
Hesitating just a little bit, so starting just a little bit late here. But, yep, we have a fight. There is a 2.5k gold lead for red side. We have Kled snooping around. He has ult coming up soon. Ult's up for almost everyone. However, Ragnarok not available. This is a Nunu Q Smite. Climbing back, looking for the engage. Goes in, knocks out Guy Fieric. LeBlanc goes in on the isolated ADC. The Nunu ult comes through. Red team does get the dragon. Nunu gonna get taken very low. They're sitting into that ultimate. It is a hodgepodge of damage flying everywhere, but that's a double kill going in for the Jhin. Getting chased down, Panda is by the Olaf. We see Guy Fieric just running around, trying to survive on his own in this sad, sad world, and Panda going to get another kill onto Olaf. Shutdown, however, going for Zanzan of 300 gold. And our teams are still 2.5k away, basically.
Yeah, in the end, it ends up being a, what's that, a 3 for 4 in favor of the red side, plus they get the dragon. So, really, really well played from them. Really good flank coming out from Necro Guy, using that Kled ultimate onto the backline. Really good kiting also from Clean Panda, just laying down the ult, keeping his distance, not letting the Olaf or the LeBlanc really do too much, just doing his job, staying safe, and just playing all around.
Honestly,
really well.
That's, if there wasn't leads in certain champions, I think that fight goes all the way in favor of blue side. Ultimates were down for the most, well, not down. I guess Asher is short enough, but like you scattered them about. What the red side wants is just clump together, put an Anivia wall between Olaf and Anivia and Ashe. You let the Kled, the Nunu, and the Leona run havoc and just play the cleanest front to back with an Olaf that can't really get to you. However, blue side effectively scattered them throughout the course of the fight. And were able to kind of run around. A Guy Fieric was fending for his life alone. Anivia ran down by the Olaf. So, a lot of really good things. If gold was maybe a little closer. Oh, we have another fight coming through here. The Q's going to miss from Anivia. Wall going in, trapping Kaiba with her. Oh, the arrow from downtown, gonna take out the clone. Ragnarok is proc. Diamond Black is here. Shutdown going onto the Kled, onto the Alistar, I mean. They're gonna clear out the Olaf. Diamondback going to be next on the docket. Jiddle's going to pop the egg. Probably the first egg pop here on Fleeing Panda. And Baron not up yet. Just gonna collect some gold. We're fighting over gold. Fighting over kills, basically.
Yeah, it was a very interesting fight. Started out looking a little bit like an overextension from Necro Guy, but looking at how quickly his team was able to rotate and help him with that was really, really good communication and really good team coordination coming out from the red team.
Yeah. That being said, we have some shutdowns collected. Olaf got the Kled shutdown. Now that's all that's left is a Nunu and an Anivia shutdown. Collect those in a slightly favorable fight. You find yourself suddenly a little bit closer in gold instead of the 5K deficit you have right now.
Yeah. So let's see. We have a fighting over a red buff. It seems not much of a fight.
Starting that snowball. The Stride Breaker, good Jin root. Garfield Juice having to go run away here. He doesn't quite have his ult available yet. Gotta hit that Q, gotta get that heal. Shutdown still going for the Jin. Anivia is teleporting in. Gotta get the stun onto 2 members, but now she's having to run away. Hodor Nation getting caught by the Jin root. Kled is behind them. LeBlanc trying to take out Fleeing Panda. This is what they needed. Fleeing Panda has to use that wall right now. Doesn't quite get it. Maybe it was on cooldown. The ult didn't do enough, and that is what blue side wanted. Get a favorable fight, collect the shutdowns. They collected both of them. And this game's a little bit more even now.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. Garfield Juice probably could have just lived if he had just kept running. But, you know, wanted to just try and make sure he could get the chomp off so that he could...
I don't know if he would necessarily have lived. Olaf Qs were coming in hot, but definitely didn't give himself the best chances. You see, Zanzan! He wants it! Give me the admin! He's out for blood! Necro Guy don't want none of it. Look at this man, he's scared!
But I think it's up in the air. We'll see.
Dragon number 3, coming up in 30 seconds. Wukong ult and Kled ult being down for this is huge. Huge cooldowns.
Very true. Very true, but we do have, you know, Necro Guy does have more than one way to get to the back line. TV coming out.
Olaf's also nowhere near be fine. And one thing I do want to talk about here is the Stride Breaker on the Olaf. You've been seeing this a lot lately to try giving that gap. Stride Breaker, very strong item. Definitely fun and useful on Olaf. Personally, I don't know. Your sustain isn't as crazy, but I mean, Olaf has been very hard to kill in these fights. So what do I know here? Maybe you don't need the Gore Drinker. Let's see here. Panda could just put a wall right now. Yep. But it might be too soon. Diamondback goes and gets an awesome 2-man engage. See Kled on the backline. The ultimates are coming through, but it might not be enough. However, they're all sitting there on the Anivia ult. Olaf is chasing down the Ashe, and he is taking down Diamondback also there. What a beautifully placed zone of control by Fleeing Panda. You saw 3 or 4 members of 2 coaches, 1 cup just sitting in it for so long. And they paid the price. Well played there. And you saw that chaining of ultimates too.
Yeah, chaining of ultimates from really good kiting back through the Anivia ult. Coming out from both Anivia and Ashe. And, you know, people forget, you use that Ragnarok, it makes it, you lose so many resistances and it makes you a running glass cannon. So just running in, of course you ignore CC, but you don't ignore damage.
And we have the Baron getting started up. I mean, I think they could have just rushed to it with everyone being dead. Opted not to. Gonna take the victory. Which is good. I mean, they have the scaling composition.
Yep, and I mean, right now, they're sitting pretty. They have a 70 CS lead in the top lane. They're actually down 50 CS on the jungle.
Wait, Kevin, is that Necro Guy in chat I see? Huh? Huh? Apparently, the Necro Guy in chat right now, as we speak. That's not true. No. This is slander.
But we, let's see, mid lane, actually, Anivia down in CS, which is something you usually don't see too much of.
Though 5-1-7.
So, as looking at the bot lane, I see a Blade of the Ruin King on Ashe.
And, I mean, I don't know about ADC builds. I don't know
Please.
how when Bork is necessary. I do like the shield bow, knowing you have a LeBlanc and an Olaf and a Wukong that all want you very, very, very dead.
I'm gonna say this once. For all of my friends here, please, please stop building Blade of the Ruin King on carries. It is not nearly as good on 80 carries. It's just build Phantom Dancer. Phantom Dancer gives you more attack speed. It gives you higher DPS. It gives you higher movement speed.
Does it give you the shield?
No, it doesn't give a shield anymore, but it gives you. I mean, it gives you pretty much everything outside of lifesteal.
Oh, Viper getting ran down by Kaibalov. Here comes the Nunu. Leona ultimate going wide. Nunu going to stop the snowball, and the blue side says, "All right, we'll take a Leo ult right for minimal commitment." Necro guy.
Yeah, it was a zoning
split. All right, they're looking for it. They're fishing for it. Hodor Nation going to stun up Olaf. The Nunu snowball gets stopped early. Diamondback going onto Hodor. They're engaging onto the Leona. Leona is so tanky. It's taking so long, and now all of a sudden he's on the Jhin. Kled is going in on the Jhin here as well. Zanza taking dangerously low. Here comes Garfield Juice zooming on in with that ultimate. Diamondback caught where place he does not want to be. Kaibalon, okay, whatever the heck that name is. Oh no, that TP is so tragic. Garfield Juice, zip, zap, zoom in, driving that car everywhere. They're going to turn to Baron after that win.
Yeah, just a little bit of an overcommitment there coming out from the blue team. You know, Zanzan looking really hard to try and get onto the back line. Unfortunately, when he did, Ash Arrow was still up, so he actually just got Ash Arrow to the face right underneath the tower, taking up a lot of damage, having to leave. And, you know, once you can't get to the back line, you have so many things that you have to get through to even be able to get to them to begin with. Then you have to kill them, which is going to be really hard. Like, I know I was saying things about the Blade of the Ruin King earlier, but you know, having the added sustain is going to be really good to not get blown up. So
I do really like this red side composition. I think the one thing I would like differently is either A, the Nunu ganks more early, or B, they go with a different jungler that fills the same role.
Yeah, the problem was that, you know, you gank it as far as the red team's comp is concerned. You have Nunu, which, you know, is a good... It works in a way that because Nunu is such a good, you know, jungler as far as securing objectives, because of that, you know, his chomp. But it's like
Remember's getting oh. Okay. We're chasing down a LeBlanc. Let's do it. No, I like it. Someone was out of position, punish it, now push your lanes.
And Kled roaming back to the bot lane, you know, trying to...
Hear me out. What if 4 tops and 1 bot plays like, ends up playing like the old RBG? Camp the Necro guy. Oh, that is such a good engage onto the Anivia, who's now stunned, taking out very low. The reload from the Jhin is tragic, but it doesn't matter. Okay, 3 through blah, 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 takes him down, but it is too little, too late. That is a double kill for the Nunu. Do I see 3? No, but he so wanted it with that smite. And they are just dropping like flies on the side of 2 coaches, 1 cup. And with this Baron buff, this appears to be a 4 tops and 1 bot. God, these team names. Victory here in game number 1. Oh, they got the Anivia. Good find. But
it started off so good, and then it turned so tragic.
The AoE is just so much damage coming out.
And they had a really good flank from Olaf, too. They got right onto Anivia, blew her up, but you can't just leave Ashe and Kled to their own devices.
Good dives, good ult usage, good chaining of CCs. Got them to a lead in objective control, and here you go. GG. I have been defeated. Let's look at these details. I'm too lazy to make the poll. You do it, Egg Boy.
I have never made a straw poll in my life. Guess there's a first time for everything.
And we see the damages here. The Kled That's a lot of... Not what I expected to have the most damage in that game, but the Kled coming in clutch. Olaf, of course, running down enough people throughout the game. Take a look at the vision scores. The stat that really matters, let's be honest. Hodor Nation taking a stout 9-point lead on that.
Panda. Whoops.
Okay. Clearly his name is OK3LJ2109IW2UI33. Easy as that. Yeah, I mean, the Nunu did a lot, but... Who would you say for your MVP?
For my MVP, honestly, I would give it to Necro Guy. Held his own in the top lane. He did really good. He got solo killed, but he didn't get mental boom from it. In fact, he actually reverse solo killed him. With an item deficit, though. That was the thing that killed me the most, was the fact that he died with his, I think it was boots, Doran Shield, and a Tiamat. He died with those items. He came back. Wukong had a Phage and a Sheen, and he killed him. He said, "I don't care if you have two big item components, and I have basic boots and one item component. I'm gonna kill you back," and he did. It was so good, so good. And then we have Hodor Nation.
I feel like a lot of the Leona engages were solid, and the peel was good. I don't know, it's close here. I also want to... Yes, the itemization was sus, but I feel like Guy Fieri brought a lot of damage to the table and kind of got himself ran around the map a bit with some good arrows. It was just really, with a comp like this as well, it's... You just all layer your CC. Nah, it's really hard. That's why we have the squad in chat. Drop the link.
Straw poll is in the chat.
Oh, wait. Am I supposed to stop the VOD now and then we come right back in? Or is that not a thing anymore? I don't think that's a thing anymore. I don't think I've seen anyone do that lately.
I do not know.
Eric, we were more thinking about the Bork. I liked the shield bow.
Shield bow was good.
I like the shield bow.
Bork just
people who have bigger brains than I are a little concerned about the Bork buy. Shield bow, hell yeah. Like, I know Kraken Slayer Runan's ideal world, but like you have a LeBlanc, an Olaf, a Wukong. Like, it was the Bork that a lot of people seem to have issues with. That being said, I thought Eric played really well. It was really with a comp like that, and especially how they played this game, it did feel like a true team effort. No memes here. It's just like,
of course, his positioning was really good, and he did what he needed to do. He did the deeps and stayed alive, and that's all he really needed to do.
Alrighty, so what adjustments do we want to see going into this game too?
I would like to see, obviously, like looking at their team, you have, I think honestly, pick ban, like their bans at least went pretty well. I think you might want to put maybe a little bit more focus on maybe banning out the Kled, because the Kled was really good.
That's also matchup dependent.
Yeah. I think, let's see, the Volibear was banned, I think, in the first round, if I'm not mistaken. So if it wasn't banned out in the first round, I think it'd be better for them to pick the Volibear so that Zanzan can be on a comfort pick. That would probably give him a lot more agency to try and deal with Necker Guy. And if you can get yourself at least one winning lane, like you have, obviously at Pro members, it seems he's very comfortable on assassins, and that worked. I would like to see him push his lead a little bit more. Like, even from hitting level 2, you have, especially on assassins, level 2 to level 3, depending on depending on what champion you are. Somebody like LeBlanc, level 2 is huge, especially when your opponent is only level 1. So just sort of pushing those little advantages a little bit more would be.
Also, the overlay hates me.
It happens. So actually, looking at this MVP vote.
Here, wait, maybe this will work. There it is. That's what we're looking for.
I'm gonna go ahead and
that'll do it.
Call it.
There it is.
So it looks like for your MVP for game 1, it is actually going to be. Let me just It is actually going to be Hodor Nation. So congratulations, Hodor Nation.
I think this is the wave.
MVP. Why you got to do this?
Panda, what is Tournamante mode and large icons? I don't know where to find that over. Oh, is there a button over here? Wait, do I have to do this? Oh. No one told me about this technology. This is clearly Chad Penguin's fault. Now look, now it fits perfectly.
Oh my lord. Stream is total Syracuse dip right now.
It is a Syracuse dip. Perfection. Can I get some crabs in here? Syracuse dip, baby.
We got the R's coming out from the teams as soon as Fred decides he wants to do his job.
I do my job. Hello? Here, watch this. Look at this. Look. Easy. Easy fix. See? All right. So, looking at this draft, we see the Hecarim ban coming in strong. We'll see if they do ban the Viego again. There's only Syracuse differentials here. Mordekaiser ban. All right, so it looks like so far same bans, just different order.
Taking the Evelyn off the table. They want to get rid of the hard solo carry junglers coming out for Kaiba Lol, which I don't blame them. The Olaf was, because of their team comp, a lot easier to handle.
It'll be interesting to see if they ban the Viego here. I think they should. Yep.
And so we have 3 bans coming out. They pick the Leona again.
Yeah, I won't ban all. Please flip it. What? Oh my gosh. I've seen worse things. Oh, the Diana jungle coming out. That could be either. That could be from members of the Diana mid. Or no, they're just showing their hand right now. That is a Diana jungle coming out of the person. Kaibalol.
Kaibalol, yes.
So all I'm saying is I've seen plenty of stream shenanigans in this league. But
So looking at the teams, looking at the bans, here Galio's actually really good. You have two you have access to the back line with the Leona. Leona being a really good delivery system for the Galio if she can land the Zenith Blade. Also the AoE magic shield
Now that they've shown their hand and given a way that they're running a double AP through the mid and jungle.
I would love to see a Mundo jungle right now. Or Morgana. I love that as well. Yes.
God, it's crazy to me that that Riot just decided that they're going to, make PMA LCS junglers all play Morgana, as if they all didn't already play Morgana.
I don't think many of us did. I mean, we did when we were in supports, but like, so Morgana jungle already did kind of work. We did see Stormyon bring it out as well during the main split, but it works here because, well, okay, here's the deal. Here's how I see this jungle matchup going on in this game. If Garfield Juice uses some the quick clear he has to apply early ganks, I think it's pretty doomed. But if Diana's allowed to farm to 6 without having to keep up with pressure from the Morgana with her class clear speed across the map, then it's going to be a bit more of a coin flip. Garfield Juice is a good Morgana. Garfield Juice has a good Morgana, but I do think he needs to look for some more ganks early, especially against the Diana, where like the Olaf, he just kind of hard farmed it together. The Olaf is going to fall off eventually, which we saw happen. In this case, we need to see the Morgana apply some pressure before the Diana gets to be Diana at people.
Yeah, and I'd like to throw out there, I really like how the draft has been working out. Double support bans, the really hard CC, AoE CC supports coming in that would potentially work really well with the sort of wombo combo that they sort of made for themselves with the Diana and the bullet time. Rel actually would be so massive with a Volibear Diana. You have two people with their dashes jumping into the back line. You get the AoE stun from the repel and attract, or attract repel, whatever it is. And it is Lowy.
All right, so this is going to be interesting. And the Seraphine coming through all that. Volibear Seraphine. Guy Fieric, you hated it when I did this to you in Combine. Now you're going to have to face it again in the league.
Okay.
This is actually the team Wombos press R comps from both squads here. But both of them go about it in different ways.
Yeah, Team Ryan, the 4 coaches, 2 coaches, 1 cup, really wants to dive. They want to get Diana, get Volibear into the back line so that Seraphine can ult across the entire team, and then Misfortune can just bullet time across the everything, while Anivia just, puts the Blizzard down and doesn't let the Glacial Storm down and put up the wall and make sure that nobody can actually get out of it. Their AoE damage is absolutely insane. The amount of CC and utility that they have is insane. Whereas Team Eric, they want the enemy team to just come in at them. They want to be able to have basically both teams are sort of playing into each other's hands. It seems they have a very good anti-dive comp on Team Eric. You have a Sivir with a spell shield of her own with a Morgana over top of it as well for added insurance. The ult is just going to give her so much. The Sivir ult's going to give her so much mobility. So having Diana and Volibear be able to stick on Sivir is going to be quite challenging. And then you also have things like Leona, Galio to just completely peel for this Sivir, with Alawi just going to be smacking the absolute crap out of people the entire time. So actually the drafting here from Team Eric is so good, but I don't want to
Team Ryan's comp's really good as well. Like they go in so hard, and then the Anivia is kind of off theme for the comp a little bit. She doesn't want to go in as much, but she's not bad at some just some setup that zone control. She can keep up with the fight proper. But like you have the Volibear, the Diana with the Seraphine ult on top of it, and an MF and Anivia pressing R over that whole mess. It's gonna come down to, I think, the counter engage, because like the Alawi wants all those people to be right there on top of her. She says, "Bet, boom." You have the Morgana who's going to look for the picks before the fight, but then press R. So there's a huge counter engage, especially with the Galio ult going on top of like the Alawi or the Morgana or someone. Unless it's a pick, I don't think Eric's team wants to engage or start a fight, because who's Galio going to ult onto? I mean, the Leona, sure, but it's not as effective as just negating, because then you get. See, if Leona goes in and the Galio goes in there,
counter dive, it's so good.
Yeah, the Volley Bear, the Diana with the Seraphine ult on top of them diving is going to be crazy to deal with, and the sustain from the Seraphine is going to be difficult. But if you have all of them on top of you, you can maybe do something. Now, again, this is going to come down to, if this game is even, Eric's team I don't think wants to press R first.
Correct. So just
which can be a little difficult, because it's like, I have to pick, it's team fight time, we got them, and it's like, oh wait, our comp doesn't want to start the fight, it wants to finish it.
So I would like to backtrack just a little bit after something you said about the Anivia sort of not fitting too well into the comp.
It fits alright.
It fits okay, but something I would have liked to have seen. So obviously, I think this Anivia pick is much less something that they want for Embers to have. I think it's something that they wanted more of a takeaway from Fleeing Panda, which I completely understand. One thing I think I would rather have seen is, instead of you sort of switch out one of your bands, you switch out, like, I personally would take out the Mordekaiser, switch out the Mordekaiser for the Anivia, because the Anivia is, such a deterrent from what your team comp wants to do. And then looking at the bans from the other side, if you just address the draft, you take the Diana Volibear first round on red side. You keep up the Diana flex, because Diana's an assassin. We know forever loves assassins. And then third pick, like I said, if you look at blue side's bans, Kiana's up. You get just another person who wants to AoE CC somebody with that the supreme display of talent, and just another assassin who will be able to try and dive into the back line, assassinate the Morgana, assassinate the Sivir, and then, once they're dead, your only damage is Alawi, and then you just kite out the Alawi and you'll be fine. So this would actually be such a good game for from Embers to be on an assassin.
Now, something else. Let's talk laning phase while we have the time here. Volibear, Alawi. Volibear is a menace in early laning phase. He's a chunky boy and he hurts. His passive is obnoxious, and his W keeps him so not dead.
Yeah, honestly, top lane is just going to be who can out-sustain who. Obviously, it really comes down to, can Zanzan, can he avoid the test of spirit, the Alawi E? Because that's the main trading tool that she has. She pulls your spirit out, she whacks it a couple times with the tentacles, and then suddenly you're at a third health, the spirit dies, and you're just trying to dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge through all of the tentacles that spawn. And you really lose so much lane priority, and you lose out on so much pressure because of it. As far as the mid lane goes,
I mean, doesn't Galio just get pushed in for free so he can't do his Galio things across the map?
The first couple levels, I don't think so.
But like once we hit 6, when Galio wants to go around and be like,
absolutely. Basically it comes down to, Galio will never be able to ult somewhere for free. He will not be able to teleport somewhere without losing at least a wave to his tower, which is perfectly fine, because Anivia is going to outscale the Galio anyway. Alawi is just going to do a decent amount of damage and then scale up. I'm assuming that she's going to be going for probably the Divine Sunder, I would assume. So it'll probably be Divine Sunder versus one of the tank mythics coming from the Volibear.
Now, let's also talk about bot lane. That's a poke lane into a all-in lane.
It really comes down to... Which
traditionally, in like the rock, paper, scissors of lanes, isn't that the counter to all-in? But then again, you just have wave clear from Sivir, so it's like, whatever. Or just sit here
Yeah.
and wait for mid-game for an entire laning phase?
It's probably just going to be a bounce fest. You're just going to shove. One team is going to shove the entire lane into the tower because Seraphine's going to poke out Leona to the point where she's not going to want to engage unless she has some help. And of course, most of the time, Seraphine's going to end up pushing the wave a little bit by doing so. Sivir, of course, having probably the best wave clear of any AD carry for free.
Whoa. What about Samira? Hello?
Anyway. Yeah, they're just going to be aimlessly crashing waves into each other, it seems.
In this account.
What I would like to see, Sivir has a lot. She's so safe, especially with the with her spell shield, with her ultimate. So I would like to see a timeline where we see some roams to the mid lane from Hodor Nation. You know, you can just have this crazy CC death ball heading to the mid lane of Leona, Galio, and Morgana. And that's gonna force a flash for absolutely nothing. For maybe a little bit of lane presence. But
Pausing
like I said,
at 12. Pause at 12.
12. Okay, I am at 0.
Why haven't you paused at 12 yet?
Because I'm still at 0.
Wait, I heard a theory that if the dragon, like the dragon you see over here, pausing at 12 by the way, is going to be the dragon you get the soul for. I'm at 12.
I am paused at 12.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. I just want to see it. Let's see.
So,
where's the dragon at? Where is he? Doesn't the dragon animation like play over here or something, like at the top left corner?
Yeah, it will.
When does it do that?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Chat, when does it do it?
Okay, so looking at the teams, looking at summoners, looking at starting items, we do have Dark Harvest coming out for Garfield Juice, the Conqueror for Necro Guy, Kaiba Lol going for the Electrocute,
Right,
same thing with the Electrocute.
Where's this dragon
mid lane. And actually we have the Ignite coming out from Diamondback. Personally, when I see a support Seraphine, I think just Exhaust would probably be better.
Here, dragon.
Especially when you have somebody who's going to be doing an absolute insane amount of damage, like an Alawi.
Where are you at,
so
dragon?
reducing the damage coming out from the Alawi by like I think it's 40% decrease in damage.
Wait, okay, is that a Mountain Drake? I think it's a Mountain Drake, right?
I don't know. I'm not looking. I think. I don't know. I'm still convinced that it's just the old dragon.
Okay, well, we shall see. I mean, that was more interesting than watching a 5-point IMO. But here we go. So here's the thing: Morgana jungle can clear the whole jungle by 315 with the good enough with this leash. So I don't like her going for this. She could be level 4 by 315. You just go down, like your W cooldown is insane. Now granted, she'll be level 3 and be able to gank after these 5 camps. Roughly about 3 minutes, maybe a bit sooner. So she'll be able to get a quick gank off if that's her plan. Get a gank off before the that 315 mark. Which is when, because Diana, I bet, is going to be looking for a bit of a full clear or a 5 camp clear. Because what you as a jungler want to do is be like, all right, I could be level 4 for that first scuttle. I'm going to body you here. Oh, good trading from Embers.
Yep.
So we'll see how that
basically
plays.
what it comes down to in this mid lane. It's going to be QE auto, get the Electrocute proc off. You know,
bop, bop, bop. There's that test of spirit like you were talking about. Zanzan did get hit with one. It's gonna take all that damage as allowed. It's bop, 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 bop. Hamilton reference.
Looking at the
also, sorry,
trading patterns from Volibear, I think
if Morgana was level 3, she could do this and that at the same time. Sorry, I'm done.
I would say for the Volibear, the trading patterns, he has his Q and he has his E.
Oh, we see, again, good use of that E. Hodor Nation smurfing in this series right now. Getting that early cleanse at level 2 out of OK3LJ2109IW2UI33.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you. That's why I let you do the shot call or the play-by-play, because I don't want to have to say that really fast.
So very odd. Maybe Garfield Juice needs a little bit more time here, but I do like Fleeing Panda. We see him here. We're gonna have a 2v2 skirmish, and we do see Alawi is moving down. The Q misses. Garfield Juice is level 3. Takaiba's level 4. But that is a huge taunt out of Fleeing Panda. Kaiba Law gotta be taken down dangerously low. And that's first blood going to Alawi. Not what you want to see. So we did see the Diana get the full clear. Morgana didn't quite use the advantage of her clear speed to be level 4 into the fight. However, great coordination. I love how Panda, knowing what was going on, just freaking going to this pixel brush. Necro Guy made sure he had the push so that he could roam on down. Oh my gosh, that's so much damage. Made sure he had the push so he could go down and roam, and they guaranteed, and the reward is the first blood for their top laner and double buffs on him.
Mm-hmm.
Laters, be aware of your junglers and what they need.
Xan's
Wait!
going hard.
Oh my gosh! He's gonna do it again! 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 He's gonna solo kill! There's mod abuse on my screen! Oh, fail flash!
Oh.
He goes in. Oh, he got it.
But he does
What
it.
is
He
happening? Okay, Kaibala, it flashes down, gets stunned. We see Galio coming here. Galio does have flash. This is going to be a huge taunt. 3-man taunt. Guy Fieri going to do Sivir things all across this. Freeing Panda, moving around the map. Hodor Nation says you are not getting away. And it doesn't matter because they get away as Hodor Nation going to get hit by this stun. Going to get walled. Going to get everything thrown at him. He is still alive. Doesn't have flash. One auto. The pots are burning. The flash from Ember is going to get the auto and the kill.
That was a whole lot of things going on. And
oh
my
no,
God, this is
Zanzan,
so
you
insane.
overstayed. Okay, back off. Okay, something I do want to say, we're seeing from Panda here. I love his movement around the map. He is being super proactive. He is that didn't quite work out how they were hoping, but he has now, like, if that thing was just a little bit different, he would have gotten leads in both of his in 2 lanes, and in fact, he sort of did. Granted, the lead in mid was gone, and the lead in top was thrown away, but he has been proactive 2 lanes already. That's what you want to see out of your Galio. Enable the rest of the team. Good on Necro Guy to avoid that. But you are not level 6. You're going to go down. He has double buffs, friends. You need these. What is this sustain? What am I watching? The heals. The tentacles.
That's a conqueror. That's the power of the conqueror. You keep fighting her while you can't burst her down.
I think if he just kept autoing her, he had red buff. Just keep applying the red buff and your chompers. Like, the red buff and the pass from Volibear would have done so much damage.
And is that double buff back
now,
on?
I love...
Buff transfer complete
I love this Zanzan. I love this new Zanzan that isn't just going to sit there and say, you know what? I'm going to sit, wait for my time to shine. He says, I'm getting kills. I love it. Guy Fieri, however, getting killed. Oh? Okay, yeah, there's the E. And this is kind of the worst case scenario you had in this jungle matchup. The Diana getting the kills and the Morgana not just not having the ganks work out, but also not keeping up in the farm department.
Mm-hmm. And now I would be surprised to see them not transition this into a dragon. Looks like they're just going to secure the skeleton.
This Diana, the win cons on the side of Red Team are kind of not online, but they're in position. You have the Anivia got the kill. The Diana is ahead. You know, this is what you want to see. Oh, let's do some damage.
Ooh, a lot of damage.
A lot of damage, and that's going to dissuade them for a little bit here. They do not have teleport on either side. This is going to be a clean 4v4. Support and ADC are level 5. Level 4 on the Leon. We have Galio ult, but Garfield Juice is not level 6. They're going to just back off, realize they do not have the position to do the thing. Yeah, y'all better both be vaccinated.
I think this is definitely the right choice.
You're going to hang out in person.
It's always good to know when to and when not to fight. Obviously,
we got a raid from Jack Boy Productions. Welcome, welcome. As the ultimate coming out of here from the Alawi. Test of spirit, test of fates, test of getting wrecked.
So eloquent. But yeah, Necro having full priority in this lane.
Hey, let's go, Jack Boy Productions.
Sheen
Well, you'll love to see it. GG easy. All hail. So,
yeah.
despite that solo kill, this is Alawi is way ahead.
Oh yeah. It's
But
really
I love
hard.
it. You know, here's the thing.
Really hard.
Zanzan is like this close to not only getting those kills, but then to capitalize off those kills. He's getting there, dude. I freaking love it.
We love to see our brothers thriving. You know, he was, I believe he was a rookie in the last split.
Mini split, buddy. No, last split. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a full split.
You know,
we
you
played
love
for 11 weeks, bro.
Imagine if we didn't have those 2 extra teams and someone like Zanzan, the admin slayer, didn't get drafted.
The admin and the Grandmaster Slayer.
Like, imagine if he didn't get drafted. We wouldn't see this greatness.
I just have to throw out there now that we have to decide which is more of a.
I think it's going to come down to which one of them is in chat at the moment.
I would say which is more of an accomplishment, being the admin slayer or being the grandmaster.
Nah, it's whoever's in chat. Whoever you need to BM more. I will say this: they have both been solo killed twice by the Zan.
I mean, there's significantly more admins than there are grandmasters in our fraternity. I will say.
Yeah. Oh, from Embers, getting ganked by Garfield is good. Oh my gosh, this is what you want to see. The Galley ultimate doesn't quite get the knockup, but Garfield just using that stun to get the root. Fleeing Panda does have Flash of Fable. We're going to see if he wants to use it here. There was good ultimate from Embers. Got to get the stun. That's Flash Taunt. Isn't going to quite connect, but a good binding from Garfield Juice saves the day. Oh, Kaibalol!
Oh, but Kaibalol!
Oh my gosh, the ultimate from Embers is going to live. And not only that, they're going to get the kill on Fleeing Panda.
That was so good from Kaibalol coming in. Saves the day at the very last second, blows up Garfield Juice.
And despite all of that, despite the CF difference in the jungle and the kills, we see an even game in gold, roughly. I mean, that's coming from top. That 1,000 gold, that 1.5k gold in the jungle is balanced off by the 3k gold in the top lane. It's going to be top v jungle for this game, basically.
Mm-hmm. And I guess that comes down to which would you rather have, a Fed Alawi or a Fed Diana?
Well, it depends. Does Alawi press R before or after the Diana?
It's a great question.
And will Alawi be in those fights? Because it's Alawi and she has to find a way into the fight and not just be top lane.
That's also very fair. I think we'll definitely see, seeing how he played the Kled last game.
Oh, I love Panda on this Galio. He is everywhere. Garfield Juice coming from behind. This Seraphine is dead. Seraphine not going to matter. MF coming out hot. We do see the Diana going into the top lane as things settle down bot lane. There it is. The ultimate coming first from Necro Guy. We'll see whose ult matters more. And I think we have the answer. You have been tested and you failed. Alawi with the 2v1 double kill.
Just Alawi thing. Just another day at the office, I guess. You have Kaibalol coming in. It's really hard. It's so hard. You can't burst this. Just can't burst hard enough on this Diana at this point to be able to even warrant, being able to kill Necro Guy.
I mean, the shutdown. The double kill, that's 900 gold straight into the pockets of this Alawi, who is already so far ahead. That is over
the back of it too.
That is twice the gold on the Alawi than there is in the Volibear right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is setting up to be a Necro Guy difference here.
Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be a Alawi diff. It's looking, and it doesn't get easier. Like, Alawi's just going to get tankier. She's going to be a lot harder to kill. She's going to do a boatload of damage, and she can itemize against your team really well because you have 3 heavy AP champions. So Spirit Visage looks like a beautiful second item for Alawi. Helps her sustain, helps her to not get bursted. It gives her that
it's just so hard. I can't even find the words to describe it.
Ooh, Diana's looking bot. 2-level lead there, so Diana is still very strong regardless of what happened top lane. And I think right now, until they have a major objective they're going to have a team fight over, you just let Alawi sit top and continue to just escalate. Yeah, get strong. Seraphino going to not connect on any of them. Kaiba goes in, doesn't decide to go for the ult. The ult barely clips Diamondback, has to flash away from the Sivir. Yeah, Morg's jungle is big good. Big good. Lots of sustain. She already had damage and her clear was already insane. All they did was add a little bit more healing from her passive onto monsters, and she went from being good to being great.
Yeah, one thing I think I would definitely like to see.
Oh, Panda.
Panda in trouble, but
gets
no
out. Good job. Yeah, honestly, I am down. Look, I like more jungle being strong. Currently, I don't think it's so broken it needs a nerf. I think we just need to give it time for okay, this is the counters, because I'm so tired of the Chem Tank meta that, she thrives. I think the Morgana coming in is going to shift it from just Chem Tank to fast clear meta, which is still annoying, but it's if you can clear fast, you can play in the jungle, as opposed to if you're able to clear fast. And it's just another thing that can abuse 2 items and clear fast that isn't a Chem Tank champion, which is nice right now.
Yeah.
That's why we see a little bit more Nocturne nowadays, because he can clear fast. The thing is, he doesn't have those pre-6 ganks. So that's why he didn't necessarily disrupt things as much. So once we get a meta develop around the fact that Morgana can be played, I think that's a good thing, personally.
Yeah. Let's see. So looking at the items, obviously we have a huge lead here.
Also, I totally abused Morgana jungle to get to Plat 2 this weekend.
He's got the Divine Sunder. He has the Spectre's Cowl with the Mercury Treads to the Plated Steel Caps, and Bammy Cinder on the other side.
Oh no, Delayed Make us get that gold! Yep, Diana's showing up down here bot lane again. I like it, recognizing the most gankable lane. The only real gankable lane. It's a Galio, though the wall, it still makes it kind of difficult to go under tower, especially with how Panda's just kind of chilling under tower. So.
All right, Fred, I have a proposition for you.
Well, what were you gonna say here? Tell me.
We have. I want to play my favorite game. So my favorite game is pick a time. What time do you think it will be until we finally see Grievous Wounds being picked versus Alawi?
Straight from Panda. Oh, here comes the Leona ultimate, goes in, and once again fighting OK3J21099IW2UI33. But Diana goes in hot here, and that's going to be a chain of ultimates onto Hodor Nation, who is taken out. Fleeing Panda sees his opportunity onto from Embers with less than 500 gold, and he's like, nope, I don't got that damage, just get egged. I'm the chicken, you're the egg, baby.
He got the passive, so that just goes to show if you can find a good spot.
Oh, is it? It's a bait! He's mad! Oh, he thought he had tower. He thought he had tower aggro if he just waited a second longer. Oh, Garfield. Oh, good root. He has the Galliol, the chain CC, the stun, the knockup, the root, and Morgana jungle with the Galio. Fleeing Panda. Andrew is super strong. But, Panda has been everywhere this game. He has soaked up the pressure from the Anivia. He can't be ganked by the Diana. And he has done... Oh, good night.
Garfield juice. Oh, but the 1-for-1?
Nuts. But,
absolutely insane.
But you love to see it. You want your Galio to be active on the map. He has been okay taking this 20 CS differential because he knows his job is to enable other people on his team and get fed that way. And that is just what he's done. Alright, we see the first team fight. And the Grievous Wounds question, 3rd items. Maybe.
That's not what I asked.
I'm not going to give you a timestamp. I'm going to give you 3rd item. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. He's a dead boy. Never mind. He's a Leona. She very tanky. Kaiba gets taunted. Doesn't know what he has asked for. He fucked around and he found out real quick.
Yeah.
I think my favorite meme is like the Gritty, you know, the hockey team from Philadelphia, their mascot Gritty.
Yeah.
And it's like a freaking
Flyers.
old style, like Gregorian monk picture, but it's Gritty's face on it, and the caption is "To fuck around is human, to find out is divine." It's just Gritty staring at you.
I live in Pennsylvania. I know Gritty.
I love Gritty.
He's a religion in Pennsylvania.
As he should be, honestly. Oh, man. Alright, so we do see 4 tops, 1 bottom sitting pretty with a 2.5, 2.2k gold lead. No, almost 3. Math! Almost 3k gold lead. Yes? No.
It is a 2K gold lead.
2k gold lead.
It is.
I
Also,
teach music. I can only count to 4.
that's fair. To
Necro guy
answer your
on that island. Sorry, what were you saying?
to answer my own question, I'm gonna say no earlier than 21 minutes.
Oh, I think it'd be later than that. I think they're looking at it after they complete their second items. Necro guy has just been left on an island. Like, I mean, what do you do to approach the Alawi? And they've been trying to make plays everywhere else around the map. Punish the 4v4, where they clearly have the gold and item leads, but playing good, safe League of Legends, like minimizing losses, and even getting some wins.
Yeah, and so what
And
I
I
would
think
like to see here.
I was gonna say, I think that's off the strength of the Galio too.
Mm-hmm. What I would like to see here, you rotate Alawi to the bot lane now that she's cracked the top lane. You now have. Hold on, I did not turn on objective timers because I am a nerd.
Boop.
Okay, so we got 3 minutes until the next dragon spawns. So, what that means is you can rotate the Galio to mid lane or top lane. Either one's fine. I would prefer actually rotate Galio to mid lane. You rotate your bot lane and your jungler to Baron, and you just throw the Alawi in the bot lane. She can't really do anything else in the top lane, and she has so much pressure that she could just keep pushing for free. Nobody can really even stop her. Even obviously, we saw what happens if they send 2 people down to try and contest that, and it just turns into a 2v1 double kill. So she's itemized so well versus the burst and just the overall damage from the side of.
I mean, MF's the only one that can do anything to her at this point.
Correct. And if she's within a screen's length, she's going to get hit by the Tested Spirit and get blown up. So, it's looking like a top lane needs to be a 4v1 to even hope to take down this Diana. And
Malawi.
I actually called it. It is 21 minutes, 30 seconds, and we have a Bramble Vest coming out for Zanzan.
Ugh. He did it.
He did indeed do it. So, yeah, I'd like them to throw Alawi into the bot lane, rotate this Galio mid, and then really put some pressure down on this Baron. You can see Red Team actually has a lot of vision around the Baron right now. So, even just
They're just
being
leaving
in that position.
Alawi alone. They know the moment they go for her, that just insta Baron. This should be right now. The moment they see them all on Alawi, these 3 just need to go straight to Baron.
Mm-hmm.
Or good Q. They're diving this. She did. That's exactly what you see. Wait, Alawi gets out.
They wouldn't even really need to dive.
Necro guy literally just walked away.
They hit the Q.
Wait, can we watch Alawi walk away? Can we get a replay of this?
I mean, you're running the stream, my mans.
No, we're about to see Kaiballah go in. Hodor Nation getting taken down very low, but that locket and the tankiness keeps him alive just for a second, and then he dies. Kaiballah getting chased down. Guy Fieric walks away safely. But, like, the Alawi literally just... They went up to collapse on him, and
they were too scared. I mean, rightfully so. You don't want to all clump on an Alawi. Like, what do you do in this situation? And
Alawi is just putting up a tent in the enemy base. knows that they can't really fight her. All she needs to do is just not hit the volley bear, and she's basically scot-free. You know, aim the test of spirit as
And
well
she's
as you
gonna
possibly
get
can on
mountain
literally
souls.
anybody else.
She's gonna get more mountain drakes.
Mm-hmm.
Her and the Leona are gonna have a field day.
They're going to be insanely tanky, and they're going to do so much
They're
damage.
just leaving her alone. In fact, I kind of like this. You know what? We're gonna lose that inhib anyways. Let's just play for elsewhere. Let Zanzan soak up the farm of the supers coming in.
Honestly, I don't even think you really want Zanzan soaking up the farm. I think you want to use this as an opportunity to accelerate.
Oh,
Yeah,
Seraphino coming in. Does connect to Leona. Black Shield came in just a little bit too late. But Leona is here. Guy Fieric on the flank. Immediately turned by Kaiba. Battle lines have now been drawn. Flash ult going to be onto 3. The wall blocking the Galio engage, but it is not enough for members forced out of the fight. Guy Fieric has slain Flamin' back, but the Diana has finished him off. Teleport coming in from Necro Guy, who is on a mission to chase his Diana away from the dragon. The root from the Dark Binding, that's the word, from Morgana does not connect, and they earn this dragon. 2 for 1, and a dragon.
Yeah, 4 tops and a bottom is really running away with this game. They've actually done so well playing around this Alawi pick, and they've just let Negro Guy just sort of do his thing, and they've been playing so solidly on the 4v5.
4v4, Zanzan also hasn't left top.
Yeah, I guess that is true. And we also see it's actually a Flame Horizon coming out in the top lane right now for Necro Guy. So he has sitting on the most farm in the game by at least 20.
And now he sets up his tent bot.
Yeah.
No teleport on him, so that makes a lot of things very tricky.
Yes, but he has so much pushing power. They're actually doing what I wanted them to do, where they're rotating the Alawi bot lane, especially now that top inhibitor is down. You got the dragon. You're on soul point right now, and you know they need to send multiple people. And now it's just so much harder to kill this 3-item Malawi with the now that the Spirit Visage as well as the Ravenous Hydra are finished. So really, you need to burst her before she can get any kind of sustain off. And now seeing the Diana on Vision there for Necro Guy,
Yep,
it is 4 people running to the Baron.
They have Leandries too. Locket burned popped by the Leona there. They're either not wise to it, or they know they must be wise to it, because they should be engaging on them at the 4v4 with the Baron hitting them. But instead, they're sending all 5 towards the Alawi. But now backing off, they must have sniffed it up. But look at that vision. They know where they are, when they are there. Gonna get this. Oh! Fleeing Panda! Filled himself!
The mad lad.
And we see a fight coming in here. That is the root. Seraphine ults on 4 members into the MF. Full Garfield just gets the ultimate. And the Zonias. Skyfier is dead. The only 2 damage source is the Galio and the Morgana, and they are taken down. Triple kill.
For OK3, 3LJ2109 IW2UI33.
That Seraphine ult was massive. Diamondback getting the ult across their entire enemy team as they fall into the choke, just setting up OK3 LJ2109 IW2UI33 for a huge bullet time to absolutely clean up. That was so good to watch, and so bad for the blue team.
Yeah, I mean, that's what red teams need to do all game. Just freaking set up that fight. Use the Diana to go in, follow up with that Seraphine ult, and just go. With the MF on top, they needed to do that 4v4.
I'm hoping that this is a good indicator for the blue team. They got the Baron. Their macro has been pretty good so far this game. They just tunneled just a little bit too hard. They got the pick onto Kaiba lol, which was really good. But they got a little bit greedy. You know, we said from pick ban, they're not really a team that wants to run down the enemy team.
Yeah, they want to counter engage.
Exactly. They want people to be funneling into them, not them funnel into the enemy team, because Seraphine ult makes that
What?
a dangerous endeavor.
Yeah, but red team, it may be too little too late. They still have plenty of Barons. They have the Alawi with the Baron. And that's just not what you want to see. Oh my gosh, goodbye, Volibear's spirit. It's like Ornn betrayed him all over again. That's what it feels like.
Now, inhibitor in the red side is about to respawn
Yeah,
in
they're
the
just
top
getting
lane.
split up, and they also have to deal with supers in the top lane. Like, if maybe they had done that sooner, there's still a window for them to come back here. It's only 4,000 gold. They collected a lot of shutdowns. Alawi still at 650 shutdown.
And they're doing good. They're just letting the Baron minions do.
Oh, they're now
their
engaging
work.
on Necro, who has to flash out. Gets walled out. He's going to press the R button. He doesn't get the chance to shut down onto the Anivia for free. They didn't lose anything. They lost Inhib Tower, but that's 1,000 gold. Already, this gold lead is now 2k gold. Binding's going to hit this way any further advance, and they're backing off with the Dragon Soul coming up. Full point here in 14 seconds.
Yeah, such a little bit of
They should be doing this drag. They're set up for this drag. Catch a pick here. That's what they're doing, heading straight to it. Kaibalol knows, but he's alone. That is a mountain soul. A mountain soul on this Alawi, a mountain soul on this Galio, a mountain soul on this Leona, and a mountain soul that your Diana has to deal with.
If you thought it was hard before to burst anybody on the enemy team, it is nigh impossible now for this for Diana. You have good itemization coming out from both sides. You have so many resistances just being amplified by the Mountain Soul, plus the shield on top of it.
Whoops, I forgot to put team names.
If you have... Let's not forget, you know, Alawi will just absolutely destroy everybody in a team fight if they can't burst her. She has the Mountain Soul shield. She has so much sustain, and she's working on a Sterix gauge. So she is going to be raid boss status in just a
I'm not good enough with Streamlabs to add text. I'm sorry. Red team is Red team is 2 coaches, 1 cup.
2 coaches, 1 cup.
Blue team is 4 tops and a bottom. Blue team won game 1.
Correct. And they're on the track to be able to win game 2. They just gotta play it, play it patiently, play it smart.
I think the split is good, but honestly, once they get this top inhib, if they do get it correctly, they just need to play for the split, get that inhib, and then I think they just group on mid and just make them you have to deal with supers, feel the pressure from this wave clear, from this damage. Probably get the Baron, and when they do get the Baron, just sit there and say, you have to fight us or you're going to lose everything. And when they do, you just do that counter engage we talked about.
Yeah, I think it's huge here to get this top inhib, and then you can just do exactly what we were saying earlier to pressure the Baron. You rotate Necro Guy to the bot lane once that top inhibitor falls. And then you rotate everybody else to the Baron.
Cut out. The flash coming in from Zanzan. Test of Spirit coming out. There's the ultimate. It might be too soon as he doesn't get that many tentacles. The healing here is insane, but it might not be enough. Zanzan has slain Necroguy. While this is happening, they are pushing in, getting the mid inhib. Good on... They're going to try and get something for the loss if they're carrying the top lane, but they stopped autoing it. The Seraphine ult connecting onto 2. Garfield Juice is going to be the one that they choose, and so is Hodor Nation, who now goes in himself. Kaibalol slays Garfield Juice. Hodor Nation trying to get out the best he can. And they didn't even get the inhib, and now we only have a 1k gold diff.
Alright, if I'm red team, I'm rushing this Baron right now. It looks like that is going to be the call.
They do have TP on Alawi. And ult will be up. If they can stall.
A little bit.
Anivia isn't there.
If we also look, there is a ward in the red team base.
Yep.
You know, it is possible for the Alawi to TP into the base and potentially secure that mid and maybe even top
Galio is
and actually, all 3 inhibs are open.
Alawi is up at 4. They just have to keep them from backing. Galio goes in. Gets rooted immediately. Fleeing Panda is so tanky. Oh, okay. The steal isn't there. Are they going to go for the fight? The chase is on. Anivia is teleporting in. They're actually choosing to chase him down. Guy Fieri expel shields the root. Volibear frontlining. Fleeing Panda is the target. Olawi could TP on a flank here if she wanted.
And just like that, the 2K gold lead that we had for the blue team is actually
That
now
was a 5K gold lead.
Yeah, 5K gold lead is now a 300 gold lead.
Oh, but from Embers, he has to burn his flash to get out. Garfield Juice is here. He has the binding. And they're just going to ult the egg. Leona wanted fried egg for breakfast and she got it.
They said we are not holding anything back, and now
the group.
Ooh.
Oh, here comes the Sivir ult. They're just running it down. It's a 4v5. They don't have the Anivia. They don't have that zone, part of that wombo. They still have to be careful for the Seraphine and the MF, and the Diana died. Diana's sitting in base, probably waiting for an item here. He's out now.
The amount of AoE coming out from the red side is
and with that pick, they're going to get 2 inhibs.
Plus
they're going to have to go for the fight. Seraphine ult does not connect on any of them.
Oh, just
it's so tragic. And the Sivir wave are coming in, doing work against these Baron minions, and without a tower, they just have to give them up. Now they probably rotate to the 3rd inhib. Remember, 3 inhibs means they have to deal with 2 supers in a wave. Anivia up in 12. That's what they're holding out for. But they're going to probably get triple inhibbed here. The poke is just not doing much against this Mountain Soul. They don't have a wave, so they're opting out of it. They know Anivia is coming back up. They have Elder Drake in a minute, and that appears what they're going to play for here with their last objective. But this is not a 1 game by any chance at this point. They didn't get triple inhib. They have the Baron buff. They can push these waves out long enough, but they're going to have to find a way to get into this dragon fight with 2 inhibs down.
Yep, triple inhib would have been very, very good. It would have put a significantly more pressure on the red side base. But I do like the restraint being shown from the blue side, showing that they have learned from their past hubris not to overstay their welcome like they did after the Baron earlier.
Olawi is here now. This is no longer a 4v5. Volibear is going to have to TP into this. Also, something to note, Diana is level 17. Garfield Juice is level 15. That 2 levels with the burst is that 2 level smite difference. I play jungle. I know these numbers. 950 to 850. That's 100 points of damage. That could mean the entire Elder Drake here. The waves are pushed out. This Drake is spawned. Here we go. It's showtime. Remember the conditions. They don't want to look for the fight. They want to be engaged on the side of blue team. The engage is here. Leona has the ult to first disrupt it. Seraphine ult comes in. Doesn't quite connect. The Galio ult going on to Leona. This is the perfect team fight for red side. As the Morgana is going on in the back line. But that is 2 members down. Glamback is taken out first. And they are just getting ran down. The counter engage that we talked about in Champ Select finally shines through. And it is a triple kill for Necro Guy, who is TPing at 3 TPs. When did Sivir get TP? Wait! He's had that this whole game!
I just noticed that too.
That is going to be the game there. We finally see the full 5v5. We see it play out exactly as we said. Wait for the counter engage, and the lead top was just too much to finally overcome the end. They were so close, but that is going to be it. As my game just freezes.
That's what happens when a game is over. They were about to lose their second Nexus Tower. They're not coming back from that.
All right, I'm gonna have
that was so good.
It was so tragic.
So good. Oh my lord.
Wow. That was silly.
You said that was the perfect fight for the red team, but just not perfect enough.
No, it was the perfect fight for blue team. Sorry, I must have misspoke. Like, blue team wanted that counter engage, exactly as we talked about. They go in, red team goes in, and then blue team says, all right, now we press our R buttons.
Yeah. That was such a good game. Oh my lord, I can't even... All right.
Oh, maybe the good way of getting those leads. Need to work a little bit on the execution towards the end, but overall good games. Let's start that poll for game 2. My head hurts. So you talk during the interviews.
Yeah. Thanks. All right, I am getting this Necro Guy. Garfield Juice. So my question to you is, who is your pick for MVP?
Oh man, the 4v4s worked so well because of Eric, because of Fleeing Panda. Necro Guy definitely dominated that game and was a presence the whole time, but Fleeing Panda was so proactive early, and he kept the 4v4s alive. I still think Necro Guy edges him out, but Necro Guy did also throw a little bit, getting caught out a couple times on the split. But I do think that Fleeing Panda has a very solid case for him because of his Galio play. Truly kept them from dominating in that early game on the rest of the map, and in the mid game as they were just letting Necro Guy accumulate this massive lead.
They played so well around their
Who had vision score?
They played so well around their team comp. It seems like coming into this game, they really knew their. Obviously, they had a little bit of a fumble. They were able to get themselves back on track, but it seems like from the very beginning they knew what their win condition was. They knew they had picked a winning top lane. They knew that if they just left top lane to their own devices, eventually Alawi was just going to reach level 6, and she would be at that point where you can't really do too much about her without your entire team, and without having grievous wounds. But I would say, I would have to agree. I think Fleeing Panda did really good this game. It seems like they were on the same page for a lot of the calls. Fleeing Panda was at the head of a lot of them. I assume that he was doing a bit of probably shot calling to call for these sort of plays to be had. And, it was all in all just a very, very good game to watch.
Now, I will say on the other stream, I don't know if it's game 1 or 2, but GDN, big lead. That's all. But let's get those MVP votes in. Pick the thing.
Yep, MVP votes are currently coming in. It looks like currently with 75% of the votes, it is Necro Guy.
So, Necro Guy, our game 2 MVP, and who's our game 1 MVP?
Hodor Nation.
Hodor Nation. And I guess your captain is also welcome. And we need the captain from the other squad, the Lammenback, to come to player of the game 3.
So it looks like we will be having a nice little call with, I believe it is Lammenback.
Yes, I just said that.
Yes, Lammenback, Guy Fieric, I believe is the...
Yes, that's what I just said.
Yes.
Necro Guy and Hodor Nation. Player of the game 3. And now we wait, chat. I'm going to join us in player of the game 3. Oh, hello everyone.
Hello, hello, hello. How's it going?
There they are. And we don't see the Lammenback.
Who are you?
I'm Syracuse. Nice to meet you. So
He might know. You might need to DM him because I think this is his first match.
Oh yeah, I think it is Ryan's first match as Captain Sume.
you'll find out one day.
I'll shoot him a message.
Well,
All right, I'll do that.
all right. So, what's it feel like starting off? Are y'all the first 2-0 we've had this week? No, we had a 2-0 last night, but the first 2-0 in the lower division?
I don't know. I don't
believe so. Yeah.
I don't.
What's it feel like to officially be on top after the end of week 1?
I mean, we're 4 tops, so it makes sense. Nah. I mean, honestly, I'm really happy. Obviously, it's a pretty strong first showing against what is, I think, going to be one of the better teams in the league once everyone starts meshing and all that. So like it seems kind of weird just in the sense of I don't really put too much stock in early season performance, if that makes any sense. Just because so much of it comes down to, how much time has everyone been able to get together? How much do the players mesh? Because, for example, I've been playing with Eric a lot just in terms of over the, past couple of years. We're very familiar with how each other play.
The Doms
playing
threw it
against
last night.
each other a lot.
Tied for first.
And I do really want to give credit to your team, Ryan, especially since we do have a lot of newcomers into PMLCS. It's what, 3 people or 2 people?
Yeah, we've got
2 rookies, I think.
3 newbies, yeah,
3
true.
rookies.
Yeah. So
Appreciate
really
that.
good. Of course, really good. And I definitely expect a lot of great things from your team moving forward.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I think you guys are all set up pretty well for success going in later in the season. So I will ask this of both of the captains. What kind of preparation did you guys go for as far as your drafting, your team comps, pick ban? What sort of what was your sort of mindset going into this series?
Yeah, I can go. I mean, I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I think like the one thing that we saw looking at this team is you guys this week was that we didn't quite know what everybody's pick was going to be in their lane, obviously, because a lot of people are playing off role, and it was hard to pick apart pick ban because you guys, like you look at your match histories, you look at what you've been playing, and you guys have been doing, like statically well across picks in different lanes, so it was really hard to pick it up. Like they're not always pop off games, but you're not really the issues, and like so it's hard to pick a weak spot in those champs, and so we went for the bands that we thought we might have trouble playing against, and we tried to take some things off of Necro, but when you're the Necro man, you can play whatever you want, so. It was the Kled pick like threw us all. Like that was a really good pick. Yeah, we did not. I don't think any of us saw that coming. We were sort of like Kled.
Oh, no.
We were like crap.
I'm pretty sure Kled is one of, if not my most played champion in PMLCS, simply because
Renekton gets banned all the time.
is always banned.
Yeah. I think like,
So here's my question for Hodor Nation. What's it like to just not miss ultimates? Even the ones that didn't connect. Even the ones that didn't connect, zoned them perfectly. What was that like?
Especially in that first game.
Yeah, the first game I think, the only
those Leona
I
ults
think the
were
only
very
was like the
important.
one in mid lane. But honestly, like anytime, basically as Leona, anytime I'm going into a lane and I see that there's a mobile ADC, I'm pretty much always going to focus Leona ult
You
on
grabbed that
and
cleanse. You said that cleanse belongs to me. Every level 2. Both level 2s.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so that was a lot of what I do at like the level 2 is I'll try and just bum rush the EQ ignite, and like taking that cleanse is like super helpful against that. So that's definitely what something like we had to play around early game instead of having that secured first kill, because normally the ADC will take the heal, and that's a lot easier to counter than a cleanse is, especially if they can throw off CC, throw off the ignite, takes all that stuff. But it was just we played a solid game.
Just teleport in every lane.
I don't know how that teleport didn't, like, we did not notice at all that you had teleport at all until you guys were teaming to end the game. Yeah.
It's okay. We didn't realize that we triple TP'd until we watched it back, and then we just see TP. I was like, oh my gosh, we all had the same idea. Look at the synergy.
Well, I think that's going to be it for us. Any words you would like to say? Our MVPs, not you captains, you're unimportant. We want to hear it from our Game 1 and Game 2 MVPs. Anything you'd like to say?
I am unimportant, you're right.
Your loving audience. Oh, I'm so sorry. What was it like, as a mod? What was it like to get abused in lane like that twice? Solo killed
Oh,
on
I
your own
knew it.
stream.
Oh
The
my
first
God.
blood.
Oh,
The Zanzan, the admin slayer.
oh my gosh. I got clowned on both times. He just dumpstered me those kills.
What's it like?
Oh,
Zanzan.
what's it like being dominated like that? I don't know.
You should. It just happened. 2 games.
And the thing is, like, even the Kled one I had misplayed a little bit by autoing.
The wrong
Alawi
things.
one,
Yes.
I was a little bit off, but he played those fights out so well and definitely took advantage of the kind of early power of those champions, especially like Volibear. It's one of those things where I'm a bit, I'm getting back into the game, so I'm not as familiar with how much some of these early trades can do when it comes to damage. And it's very clear that Zanzan has a really good idea of just how much damage he does in those scenarios. And so having the confidence to say, hey, I'm going to go for this fight, even that second game, even though that first game didn't go the way we want, I'm going to shake that off. I'm still going to, I'm on my champion. I'm going to do my best. And he dumpstered me in that early fight. So
I was.
So
I'm
he
really proud of
redefined
Zan.
mod abuse.
I just like a quick interjection as a captain. I'm really proud of Zan. Even in like the week that we've been playing and the 2 weeks of practicing, I think, there's a lot of people around the league that assume that Zan just has to play champions that aren't going to die. And while sometimes that's helpful out of a top laner, yeah, we've
that Wukong really surprised me, and something that
hopefully
we
was
weren't ready for it.
because
not at all.
I think I won't speak for everybody. I've got a lot of faith in Zanzan to pull out some really good stuff, and I want to give him the opportunity to do that this year because I think he can be a lot more than a big rock boy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, once he learns,
comparing him to No Not November in the sense of someone who initially starts the lane, kind of only really doing a couple tanks with the mentality of, okay, I'm just going to survive, and has been improving so well and gets to the point where, okay, now I'm going to be a carry on my team. So I'm really excited to see that go through. And I guess before we finish up, I also just want to throw some props to my man Hodor Nation over here getting MVP in his first game in the PMLCS.
easy clap.
And a deserved one.
That's
Deserved one, because there's definitely
carried-
some
he
MVPs
carried
that aren't
me that.
deserved, but that one was definitely worth
Yeah,
it.
well,
So
with that,
big props.
GG's. Y'all
GGs.
have yourselves a good evening, and jump over to Crispy Chad's. I don't know if these games are still going. I don't know if it's actually game 1 or is it game 2.
I'm pretty sure it's game 1 of
Yeah,
Genki
so have
Nuts
a
and
good time
BGs.
there. Have a good night, friends. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.